So you're number 5.
I'm Kendra,
I'm Dylan.
and this is our amazing, holy shit, awesome guest, Erik Escobar with a K.
Hi, I'm Erik Escobar with a K. What's up, guys? Where should I look? Should I look at this?
You know, we really
Cam
don't.
1, Cam 2, Cam.
There's all sorts of mic or cameras, so you just pick one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel? How are you feeling? You feeling that, Cam?
I'm feeling all of them. I'm gonna go between them very aggressively throughout the whole show.
Perfect.
Good.
That's what we need. Do you ever have that problem? Like sometimes when I'm talking to people, I don't know which eye to look at, so I'll like switch between the two, or I'll stare them right in the middle. Or
cross-eyed people for sure.
Oh yeah, that's
like
even
with regular
worse.
people. You know what? I always go in between.
You go in
The
between.
middle, yeah.
Okay.
Because then I'm just fucking up double. And I just know I'm not right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm gonna just get right into.
Oh, you got a list. Oh. We have like kind of only one dedicated actual segment to the show.
Okay.
And Kendra's gonna go right into it. We usually
Here we
wait
go.
halfway or something like that.
And your birthday was what again?
March 16th.
Which makes him a Pisces.
Okay.
Pisces.
All right.
Um.
What?
So
Rep that Pice.
guys, we're gonna take a deep look into Erik.
That's what my proctologist said.
Nice.
Is that what it is? Is a
nice. I
proctologist
think they
the
look
butt
into
one?
buttholes. Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
the butt
the butt.
ones.
Yeah.
Good old
Have you
deep
seen the
butt.
simulators? Like,
No.
yeah, when you're like going to proctology school, I saw like a video or a picture or
Oh, it's like
something.
fake butts.
They got VR, and then they have fake butts, and you do this. Yeah, you're like, and then yeah, it's awesome.
How many of those are sold in the black market, do you think? Just like proctology school used butts. Just
Yeah,
They
lightly
should.
used.
Yeah, lightly used.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
find
want
them
it
on
like fully
Craigslist
used.
somewhere.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Margarine had to be dyed pink in the 80s so that the confusion between a butter substitute and actual butter can be avoided. You could use some pink butter in your life at the moment to boost your spirits and remind you what is real and what isn't. Love can be found in your workplace, but fun will be found with good friends. Organizing a hiking tour or some physical activity, maybe like Meow Wolf, that can be shared with those you care for and your body will be truly grateful.
Ooh.
Wait, is that my horoscope?
That was your horoscope for today.
Those were, or was that one paragraph?
That was one paragraph.
Those are
Really
three very odd points to be like just merged together in a
Yeah,
paragraph.
those.
Yo, pink margarine and love people. Also hiking. All right, cool. Yeah.
I usually like the week ones better. So there's one for the week.
Okay,
I
what's
also
my week one?
and they always start with weird things. Okay. Sir Isaac Newton showed more interest in religion in his writing than he did natural sciences. Just because you excel in something specific, this doesn't necessarily mean you cannot show an interest in different approaches and philosophies. Find the unity in all your teachings, and remember that your beliefs shape your reality, Erik. It says that in there.
What if I excel in nothing?
I don't
What do I
think
focus
that's
on?
true. So we're just going to glaze over
Make
that.
some good sourdough toast.
See, why aren't you doing that more? Why didn't you bring any today?
I don't know. I didn't know it was like mandatory for. I could have brought like a 6-pack or something. I don't know if sourdough toast would have been appropriate.
All right.
Is
I
your
mean,
wheat
I
toast
would eat
game
it.
not on point?
No,
or-
it's horrible.
Okay,
Burn
okay.
constantly.
Yeah,
It's those
yeah.
oats, man. You
Yeah,
gotta
they
get the
really
perfect-
trick you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a good char on it. Cajun toast, I guess.
Did we talk about this? We talked about bread on the last one too.
We did talk about bread.
What's up with that? And we talked about.
Because bread is good.
We can double down.
We can double down. Let's talk about bread and buttholes.
Hold on, I want to let him know.
We
what
got a
his-
title
his
for the
week's
episode.
It's like
Bread
two
and
favorite foods.
buttholes. Hey, do you eat butt?
What? I like salads. Is that the thing? The tossing
Sure.
salads.
Yeah.
I'm doing bits and then questioning whether or not those bits are actual real things. I've done that like 8 times in the first 3 minutes.
So have you heard the whole thing about like why they're called like tossing salad?
No, I have
You
no idea
guys-
where that came from.
is
Re-
it
is
just
that-
like the?
Yeah, I feel
Well, I
like you got
assume
it.
the excrement is white, like a dressing.
That is not what I've
Ooh.
heard. Jesus Christ, Eric.
Ew.
This is not that kind of show. We're called Chuckle Fucker here.
Natural sciences in my weekly
Yeah,
horoscope.
yeah.
I'm doing the natural
Also,
sciences.
just before we go past, I do want to continue your
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Your weekly affirmation is, I will breathe with the universe.
There you go. Get that in there.
Now
Universe,
everyone else
you
has
with
to do
me?
it with you.
All right, y'all watching? Let's go. 1, 2. We waiting for
Okay.
3? If you there, you messed up. You messed up.
So tossing salad.
Where did that
These
come
are
from,
weird.
Dylan?
My girlfriend told me that it comes from. As she was doing it,
I didn't
yeah.
research this on Google.
No,
I
no,
definitely
no.
heard it from
I
someone.
heard it from my
Trust
girlfriend,
me.
Yeah, and she's like, she spent a ton of time in jail. Not really. But apparently,
I
it
don't know
comes
what to
from
believe
prison.
anymore.
It comes from when guys would toss each other salads to make it taste better. They would take ranch or Thousand Island or whatever was in the cafeteria at the time, and then they drizzle it over, and then they
was
go
right.
to town.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're
It's like
you're
a
close.
self-excrement.
God can confirm.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, God said
That's how you
so.
toss salad. Yeah.
God, should I toss more salad in my life?
Yes.
Cool.
He's
Good
all
guy.
about it. Yeah.
Solid guy.
Good guy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I feel a little bit hurt that we're now taking advice from God and not from my horoscopes that I read for you.
God, can we focus a little more on the horoscopes, or will you be offended if we do that?
Yes.
All right. Sorry, horoscopes.
It's
All right,
okay.
moving on.
All right.
I agree. Moving
toss
on.
some salads.
Yeah, yeah.
God
So,
said
how much experience do you have in this field of salad tossing?
you
And
know what?
Feel free to. You have to answer that.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
feel like salad tossing game now in 2017
Yeah.
is at
You
an
think this is a
all-time
game?
high. Well, it can be a game.
Okay.
You know, like, but here's the thing. Like, I think so many people toss salad now. I think I'm in the percentage of people who don't toss salad enough. But if I was living in like 1992, I'd have a great salad toss game.
Okay. Okay. So you're in the minority.
I'm in the minority now, but I
No.
think I was always average to like middle high previously.
So you just haven't like escalated with the times.
Nah, man, I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah. Don't want that. Don't want that butt.
Don't want that butt. Unless I have a little Caesar on it, then maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only with the anchovies. No anchovies. Nah, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, don't give me that low-cal vinaigrette. Give me some hard ranch on that butthole. And that anus.
Is this what your stand-up is like, Eric?
Yeah, I set up a table, and then I get two people, and then we do a podcast for a 45-minute set. That's
Nice.
exactly. It's
Nice.
these
Yeah,
same
yeah.
cameras, too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Interesting.
It
I'm
is.
surprised we didn't know that.
Well, hey, man, come and see a show.
I'm going to.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You should be excited for this basement show.
I'm really excited. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Did you
What-
meet Greg?
I met Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg and I were actually hanging out in LA like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And it's weird because I was going to Albuquerque and I was doing some shows here and there, and he booked me on a show, but I don't think he told me it was a basement show until maybe like
Oh.
a week before I got in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Greg, I'm super excited and really scared and mildly aroused all at the same time.
That's how you should feel.
Yeah.
How would you describe it if you could put 3 adjectives to the Comedy Basement? What 3 adjectives?
I feel like you
each
should
would
be a
give?
host because that's what I'm feeling right now.
I think I would.
I'll fly out once a month.
You should.
I'm down.
Yeah. What is the word? Community?
Community. All right, let's go. Let's like
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna be some
community.
switching. I feel like another C word is necessary here. I feel like I want to follow the alliteration.
Community. C word.
Yes.
And
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
just the C word.
The C
Are
word.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
referring
I'm
to
okay
Greg?
with that. Yes. Greg is a huge cunt.
Oh, jeez Louise. Boy, oh boy, has
We
this
gotta-
escalated.
We gotta clip that one.
Yep. You heard me, Greg.
No, he's a beautiful man.
He is a beautiful man.
Also hot.
A-W or O?
Oh.
Ah.
Heil. It gets very
Heil.
like Heil. I think is how you spell it.
Like the German?
Yeah. It gets very culty, in the basement. That was actually the real C word I was going for. Yeah. Heil is another word that comes to
Greg
mind.
is a
Okay.
cult.
Yeah, Greg is a cult.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And our last adjective.
Lastly, fun.
Fun. Okay. So we have community, hot with an O, and fun.
Yeah.
And then we got C word, Heil, and
Freeing.
dope.
I
Do
feel
not
like that
have
was
to pay for this show. Do not donate. Do not
That's
give any
true.
money.
Yeah.
It's a freeing show.
Yeah, I felt anticlimactic. I'm really sorry. I feel like I let you
No.
guys down.
Yeah,
You're
so
beautiful.
if you're in Albuquerque, you should come to Greg's Comedy
Yes, you should.
Basement. You can find it on Facebook if you look up Greg's Comedy Basement.
World famous.
World
I
famous.
think is what he.
Yeah, Greg's world famous Comedy Basement.
Yeah, he's only a couple months in.
Yeah, you were at the first show. You performed at the
I
first
was
show.
the inaugural comedian at the Comedy Basement. I did the very first set there.
Yeah.
It got a little racy. It got a little sexy.
It
And
did.
by that, I mean racist and sexist.
Mm.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. No, it was fun. I think it was a good time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
He was telling me that he so I was like, yo, what's this show gonna be like? He's like, well, we get everyone in there and then I like get a bucket of ice and then I like put it behind a fan and then I turn on the fan and that's our air conditioning.
Yep.
I'm like,
Wait,
cool.
he hasn't upgraded?
What's the show like? And he's like, well, we have the ice bucket and we put it behind the fan. And we put it on 3, not 2. It's the first click, not 3 clicks. Because you know how fans, you have the 1 click, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the highest one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the lowest one. But yeah, so I'm really excited.
That was a really good
It's
impression
sweaty.
of Greg.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I like how like stoned Californian is like a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
good.
so you get the thing and then the thing. Greg's like, he has the most charming smile. is
He
what I've
really
noticed.
does. I
does.
know. I have
Yeah.
fallen for his eyes many a time.
He goes between like charming smile and looking like he has that worst anxiety in the world at
Yeah.
any given moment. So you look at him and you look in his eyes and you're like, are you okay? And he'll just be like, yeah, man. And you're like, oh, there it is. There it is. You're okay. But I don't know.
You
the
have
pain
that too.
inside.
You got the charming smile. You walked in, and the very first thing I said, what did I say to you? I called you sexy.
I think you called me sexy.
Oh yeah, you were sexy.
Yeah. First name sex,
Mr.
last
Sexy.
name E.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. E.
Mr.
Ooh, like
E.
a Scorpio.
Yeah.
A mystery.
Ooh, mysterious.
You big. Let me start over. Jesus Christ. I was
Oh,
taking a
no,
picture.
it's fine. I won't ignore you. I'm going to validate you. I like
You
that.
shouldn't ignore though. We should post. Sexy.
This will be
Alright.
great for the audio version of the podcast.
Yes. Yes.
What's
Just-
that delay? It's
Beautiful.
all good.
Yeah.
You were asking if I
Oh
was
yeah, are
into
you a huge
salad
horoscope
dressing?
guy?
I'm not.
Okay. Nor am I.
Think,
Just so you feel comfortable.
I think they're like fun to read,
Mm-hmm.
but every time I read a horoscope, I'm never sure if I'm like sincerely being like, "Oh, cool," or if I'm like ironically reading it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been sure reading a horoscope which one I'm actually vibing on.
Can,
I've always been like, but I'm not sure why.
can I do a palm reading?
I would love that.
Yeah. Okay.
does it matter
give
the
me,
hand?
Yeah, give me this hand.
The right hand.
Okay.
I'm right-handed.
So,
She's gonna tell me I'm gonna die.
so this here is your lifeline.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty long. Like you can see, it goes over the edge of your hand here, and it extends almost to the end there.
It's
Sorry.
gotten shorter since I've eaten everything in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So
I can
it
see
went down
that.
to like my elbow
You see-
until the green chili buffet. I
You
had
see this
earlier.
little line that kind of comes off right here? That's
Oh.
the green chili, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
a suicide attempt.
Yeah, no. And then this here is your love line.
Okay.
Doesn't quite go to the end.
Dear Lord.
But it's pretty deep. It's a deep crevice. So I
Okay.
think you'll get
Love
into
line.
a lot of crevices
Okay.
in your life.
I'll carry ranch with me at all times.
Yeah. And this here is your line of feeding ducks.
Is that,
your
is that
feet-
are you doing a bit right now?
Yeah,
Is
feeding
that-
feeding the duck line, where you just have a duck and it's feeding out of your hand.
Were you expecting a real palm reading?
I don't want to be on this anymore. I want to
Please
go.
stay.
You were our new
Okay.
host.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
I'm back. Welcome back.
I guess
to,
I'm the one who has
Chuckle
to
Podcast.
leave.
No, please don't leave. Okay, but wait, were the first two legit?
The first two are legit.
Okay.
Those are the lines. I don't know how to read them actually, but that,
You have
that
lines
is your
on your
lifeline
hands.
and your love line.
I'm gonna read them. I don't know how. But I'll do them. I like the duck thing. It's cute.
Have you ever been to like one of those like palm readers or the people with do they still use the globes and stuff?
I've never been to a palm reader, but I remember when I was going to college in my undergrad, they had this like big like fiesta for all like the new students, and they had a tarot card reader there.
Ah.
And he read my things, and I was like 19 and like really stressed, and I cried.
Whoa!
I was like, "This is too real, man."
Did he hit you where it hurt?
He hit me where it hurts. But
Do
I
you
think
know? Remember what he said?
No, I think like I was going through like a really like sad,
Oh.
like very 19-year-old
Yeah,
relationship at the time, where it's like, I love you, I hate you, I love you,
Okay.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Ah. And I think he was like, your relationships will be hard, but you'll push through. And I'm like, oh God, will I? Will I? Oh, what a general thing to say, but hits me so specifically. Oh man, thank you.
If somebody can bring over a tarot deck, I actually can also do that.
Is it one where at the last tarot, it's like the death card, and you're like, and this is the one where you put the food on it and the duckies eat on it. There you go. And I'm like, what was the sword thing? You're like, no, it's a sword thing. I don't
That's
read
a
it.
No,
yeah.
tarot
that's
is serious.
Okay.
Jeez, Eric.
Why is it what's the language origin? Because it's tarot, right? It's like
Tarot?
T-A-R. There's a
Yeah, it
T
is
at the end.
tarot. Yeah, yeah.
Is it like what's the gypsy thing?
She's gonna pretend to
Roman?
be a
Uh,
are gypsies Roman? Is that what you just asked?
they're not Roman, aren't they? From like a Roman like heritage?
Dude, you got me. I'm not.
I assume
Um,
tarots are gypsy-esque things.
I thought they were
It's
Jew.
both Italian and French.
Oh.
For some reason, I thought tarots
So
were Jew.
In Italian, it's tarocchini. No joke.
Oh. That sounds like a delicious
Fettuccine.
Italian dish.
Tarocchini.
Fettuccine.
I could do a tarocchini
In my
reading.
salad
Can
and
I get a
tossing.
tarocchini with extra
Depth?
basil? I don't know what Italians
Extra
put on
butthole.
things. What's an Italian
I
condiment?
think basil. Yeah.
Yo, what's weird about Albuquerque is I went to Dion's.
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 Dion's. And I got a pizza with tomato and basil. That's what I ordered on it.
Yeah,
tomato
yeah.
and basil.
Sounds
and I thought it
fancy.
was gonna be basil leaves, but you guys do the basil shake.
Oh, that seems
I
like.
like
Is
that.
it? Was it? Are they like crushed, like dry?
Yeah, they're the
Okay.
crushed dried ones.
Okay.
Which I'm very down for.
You
But
liked
boy,
it.
what a wild card! Oh my.
Yeah, yeah, because they usually
Exciting
are.
place.
The
Yeah,
fancier
it's
ones are
usually a leaf.
leaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd assume it'd be a leaf. Like
I
I was
would
trying to
assume.
like craft together like a fake margarita pizza. Margarita?
So-
Margarita?
Yeah, yeah.
Margaritas?
So
No.
you didn't-
Margarita.
You didn't get green chili on it?
No. I got a side of the green chili ranch. That
Okay.
was the destination. Like I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
came for the green chili ranch. And
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, I can like finagle together to justify more of this.
Yeah, okay.
I liked it, but here's the scary thing about it. It tricks you. It's a tricky dip because when you open it, you're supposed to shake it, and I didn't shake it.
Mm-hmm.
When you dip it, you get the coolness of the ranch and like a hint of the chili, which is delicious.
Yeah.
But then when you get down and you start leveling down your ranch because you're eating so much, you start digging, and when you dig, that's where the chili chunks are, and those are super hot.
Okay.
So it's like
Yeah.
a straight up it's ranch that you think is cool, but the more you eat it, the hotter it gets.
Oh, you really like went in deep into this. Yeah.
Hey man, I like
A lot of
pizzas.
analyzing. You
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pizzas.
I like
I
ranch
think,
on my pizzas.
I think we need to start a new food show.
I'm down.
Yeah.
It's called Different Types of Ranch in Albuquerque that have green chilies on it, featuring Eric and basil.
No, it's just called Coolin' with Ranch.
Ooh, yo! When I was, I went to a camp. I went to a camp when I was like, I don't know. I took him like in junior high.
Yeah.
And there was a kid there. And I remember he had like a lot of cool stuff. Like I knew he had money.
Yeah.
Turns out his dad worked for Frito-Lay and
Ah.
developed the Cool Ranch flavor for
No.
Doritos.
Oh,
He
dang.
He
That's
didn't come up with
crazy.
nacho cheese, but he like introduced the Cool Ranch flavor.
He's the richest man in the world.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Man, I bet he's so cool, and I bet he has a ranch. Sorry.
Also, in college, when I was in college, there was
Yeah.
this girl, and she was super cool. Well, I was just like, "Oh, you're just a person. Like, all right, you're a cool person." Turns out, after we graduated, I found out she's the heiress to the Tapatio fortune.
Well, how are you meeting all these
Yeah,
people?
how do you
and
know
why have you
only-
not,
Man,
like,
LA's
tapped
a
in?
really
Why
crazy
haven't you
city.
Tapatio'd in?
You should
We've
why don't
seen her
you
stand up. It is all pun
shut
based.
Cholula mouth?
I
Does
actually like
that
that
work?
one.
Yeah, that was okay. It sucked, but
I know.
not
How
as
will
much
I
as
Tabasco
you.
cope with my?
Oh!
This is not. This
Ooh,
isn't going.
God, yeah. You seem like you weren't down for the puns, but you're like pun master.
I'm trying, man.
Master of the pun.
Ah.
Master of the poon.
Hot take.
Hot take.
There's
Yeah.
a hot.
I have a
sorry.
question.
Yes.
Hot chicken.
Tell me what you're missing
Let's kiss another man.
while you're working in the kitchen.
Hot chicken. Okay.
Sorry, it's an Eric Andre thing.
It's so
Oh.
good. You
Don't
gotta
worry.
watch.
Well,
Type in
that's
Eric
nice.
Andre hot
Hey,
chicken.
I have
Is
nothing
there
for
really
Eric
big-
Andre.
no.
I have nothing.
Okay, that was a good fake out.
I'm Eric Andre is the heir to the. yeah.
He's the Tapatio girl, actually, and his dad develops Cool Ranch. He's a secret billionaire.
Nice.
He
nice.
is a casual
Oh,
foods master.
So did you? This you don't have to answer. You went on a date last night.
This
I
morning.
did. Oh, I went.
Oh, was this morning?
Or last
Tinder
night.
date after
After?
Rio Bravo. Yeah,
That was really late.
I know.
So you went on a date at like midnight?
Yeah.
And how did it go? Did you
went
bring her
great.
to a restaurant? Did you have tapatio? Did
No.
you toss salad?
To be completely honest, it was we were like talking on Tinder, and I was like, "So when are we gonna hang out?" She's like, "Want to hang out tonight?" And I was like, "Ah, you're doing a bit." And I called her bluff, and I'm like, okay. And then she sent me her address.
Whoa.
I'm like, cool.
Ooh,
And I didn't want to come
don't send somebody your
empty-handed,
address.
so I like brought Wendy's cheeseburgers because I wanted to bring something.
You're a good date.
Yeah, that's good.
Not Wendy's, man. It's a good day if you bring food, but you got to be like calculated with the food you bring.
Sure,
'Cause you almost
sure.
lose
Yeah, but it
points
was-
if you bring food.
It was late.
Yeah,
was
there's
late,
nothing else
and
open.
nothing was open.
It was
Nothing
that.
was open.
Yeah, it's that Taco Bell or McDonald's.
The ETA was like 11:58 to get to her house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll be there like a little after midnight because I'll drive through something. And I ended up getting there at like 12:15 because nothing was open.
Oh, you had to
Yeah.
drive across town.
So it's a find a Wendy's.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then-
what happens? You go and pick up some Wendy's.
Yeah.
You show up at her doorstep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the eating out starts because you get the food and the, but it's a pun because the fellatio. And then
Did you eat her butthole?
so and then today
Wait, let him ease into this.
I went to Wendy's, not insert salad food chain here.
They have salads at Wendy's.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to get them all the time, actually. They're
Are they
really
good?
good. Yeah.
Okay. They used to have who had the taco salad? Was that Wendy's?
I don't know.
Some
Taco
chains have a taco salad.
Taco Bell sounds like
They
they
have a
would have a
taco
taco
salad?
salad.
They do have a taco salad.
Yeah,
I've ordered 3 things from Taco Bell my whole life: the crispy potato soft taco,
that's good. It's good.
the Fiesta Bowl.
I don't remember that.
Fiesta
Not
Bowls are
good.
incredible. I like them.
I got one that they just didn't have anything in it. It was, I don't know.
Mexican
it's-
pizza?
I don't get the Mexican pizza,
gotta get
or
that.
I just get the caramel apple empanada.
Oh.
I think I've exclusively ordered off the dollar menu.
Oh, it's
I
a
don't think I've
sweet.
ever ventured off it.
Oh, you gotta try that Mexican pizza. It's
actually,
a good idea.
My favorite thing is quite literally the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos. It's so good.
I've had the nacho cheese one. I haven't had the Cool Ranch one.
So good.
They're really good. They have
Yeah.
a box. It's like $5. You get a couple of them in there.
They don't do the Verde sauce anymore. The green sauce. I
Really?
miss the green sauce.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, it was really good.
I always get the Del Taco and Taco Bell sauces confused. The Inferno. Which one's Inferno? Is that Del
Taco.
All right, cool. It's
You
usually
guys
the
lost
end.
me.
What do I do with Taco Bell? I do something.
What part of LA are you from?
Born and raised in the South Bay. So you got downtown right here. The South Bay is probably about 30 minutes south. And it's pretty like suburby.
Okay.
So I bounced around LA a lot.
Yeah.
But that's where I grew up, and that's where I
Currently
kind of call
reside.
just like home.
Okay. Okay. Is that near that old lake that's really dried out and it's gross?
No. I
He's
don't
from
think so.
Dylan's from that area
From
too.
LA.
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Rancho Cucamonga.
No way. That's the
Yeah.
Workaholics place.
That's the Workaholics place.
Is that
yes.
what you always get when people say like?
Yeah, yeah,
Rancho?
Workaholics or is it the third movie with Ice Cube? What's that movie called, Ryan?
Friday after next.
Friday,
next,
yeah, maybe.
Next Friday.
That's one of the Fridays. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
all in Rancho Cucamonga,
Friday 2
but
weeks from now.
yes, Friday. Yeah, Friday again.
Friday.
Groundhog's Day. Whoa.
Yeah.
That sound effect was random. Yeah, Rancho's cool. So you got what you're. Oh, let's get deep into LA
Let's do
talk.
it, let's
So
do
you're
it.
off. You're like by Claremont. You're Inland Empire. No.
Yes, Inland Empire.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you take
yeah.
the 10.
You take the 210.
Oh my
210.
God.
It's more
The
north.
210.
Sorry, go on.
It's great.
I just can't believe that this is actually happening. That you guys are talking about
We're
highways
trying to
right now.
hit our LA market.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
trying to,
yeah. I
diversify.
like it. Keep going.
Oh, you
We're
like it?
LA.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
are
yeah.
you downplaying this? You guys talked about tacos for 10 minutes.
No, I'm just
Okay.
so excited that I'm literally listening to two people talk about LA and talk about the highways because that is like.
Have you been
the
to LA?
biggest, like stereotype. No, I've never been to California.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
And I will say the 10 is always kind of it's very hit or miss.
It could be
But
a
the
shit
210
show.
is a nice little secret because it basically parallels the 10, just a little north, and it's always free. It's always free.
Yeah. So did you drive here?
No, I flew here.
Oh, okay.
In a
Because you could take
plane.
the 210 and it goes through in Rancho Cucamonga.
Does it really?
And then it goes through Flagstaff in Arizona, and
Which
then
is like
you,
just north of Phoenix, right?
no. Well, I mean, it is north of Phoenix, but not just north. I mean,
Like
it's
an
a
hour
little
30.
way.
That's
Yes.
U of A. No, U of A is Tucson.
No, Flagstaff
NAU?
is NAU,
Okay.
Northern Arizona University. Yes.
Doesn't the 10 go really far?
I think it does.
Like goes from, like,
I think the
coast to
10
coast
goes
almost.
10 goes through Phoenix.
Yeah,
I believe.
okay.
I took the 10 all the way out to Florida in June.
Jeez.
You did?
Jeez.
Oh
How long
shit!
did
So
that
it
take?
does. It goes from LA to Florida.
It took 2.5 days.
Did you take like a lot of breaks, or did you like pretty much like hustle through it?
No, it was kind of a hustle, but I was driving a U-Haul, so,
Okay, so it's
it's
cool.
not like yeah, it's not like I could go over 70 because it tops out at 65 anyway.
Really?
So,
That's weird.
or no, it topped out at 75.
Still weird. That's
Um,
like you can't go faster. Stop it.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going over 75 in a U-Haul, you're probably going to end up hurting yourself or someone else, right?
Well, and technically it was a Penske truck, so maybe it's different because it's big and yellow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
More
yeah.
of
Just
a
like
warning.
me.
Big and yellow. You. Let me guess. You have Asian inside.
Are
of
you
you.
horoscoping? Is
You
this
have
how it
Asian.
works?
Yes, it is.
Alright,
It is.
Is
It
this-
is.
Did I just get tarot read?
Is this
Yeah.
going to be your reverse bit? He's
This
been
is
trying to-
my- yeah,
He's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to figure out what he's going to do so
Yeah.
that he has a thing
Opposite
like
the
my
horoscope because I don't have a thing. I don't have a thing
We
yet.
can-
So
we can
maybe
do
this is my new thing.
Tarocchini together. It can be our thing.
We could do Tarocchini. Yes. Yeah.
Nah, you can be a part of it too.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, have
Oh,
you ever
I'm
been
so
to
inclusive.
Vince's?
Vincent Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Of course I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was in Royal Rangers,
Okay.
which was like Christian Boy Scouts
Ooh.
and pretty creepy.
The Royal Rangers.
The Royal Rangers.
Did you guys crusade? Jesus Christ.
I think Crusaders were like, instead of like, I don't know what the, like, I guess an Eagle Scout is like a super Boy Scout.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Crusaders were like the super Royal Rangers.
Oh my gosh.
The Crusaders slaughtered people.
Yeah.
It's so weird to
Was
like.
it Catholic?
No, it was Christian.
Okay.
Well, it was like Protestant. It was one of the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, all our Royal Rangers meetings would be on Wednesday night. So like every Wednesday night for years, I went to the Vince's in Torrance. But then that one turned into a dentist office. So now when I'm
That's the
feeling like
saddest thing.
it is really sad. It was a great possibility. It sucks because I think something happened where like they put all their stock into like marketing like the sauces and selling all their spaghetti stuff like in
Yeah.
stores. And I think it like didn't work out, and they like lost a ton of money.
Oh,
So
okay,
just, like,
okay.
we'll just like sell our business.
There was one that was in Rancho. I mean, that's why I had been there.
Well, when I want to feel nostalgic and like a boy again, I'll drive an hour and a half to Rancho.
oh, so it is
Yeah.
still there, or are you or yeah? Because I
believe-
wasn't making a
It's in
statement.
Rancho Cucamonga area.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
okay.
maybe
Maybe
in the 909.
yeah. Maybe it's in
What
Upland
are
or
you
Claremont.
saying? Rancho what?
Rancho Cucamonga. That's where I grew up.
Cucamonga?
Cucamonga.
Cucamonga. Rancho
Cucamonga.
Cucamonga. Why don't you say that all the time? That is the coolest thing to say.
It's a little long
Why would you say you're from LA when you could be like, I'm from Rancho Cucamonga?
because nobody knows what that is.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, what is that? And they'd be like,
Workaholics.
LA.
Yeah. I don't care enough about people.
Say it again.
Rancho Cucamonga.
You say it, Eric.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Ooh, I like it.
It's spelled weird too. It's like C-U-O. It's supposed to be like Cuocamonga.
C-U-C cuck.
Cuck.
Amonga. A-M-O-N-G-A, I believe.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah.
What is it? Phonetic.
Formerly known as Altaloma.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was Altaloma, Etowanda, and one other city, and then they all kind of merged into Rancho Cucamonga, which is inside the Inland Empire, which is inside San Bernardino County, which is inside California.
That's where Coachella is, for all you music festival fans.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's near. It's near.
Have either of you been to a little chain called Baker's?
Nope.
You've been to Baker. Oh yeah.
Upland. Upland is the one that I know.
Yes.
Yeah, the one in Upland.
They're all. I want to say they go further east. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there was one in Arizona or something.
Okay.
But Baker's. This could also very much be a lie that someone told me, but I think it's fascinating.
Okay.
Baker's was started by two guys.
Yeah.
And they're the first twin kitchen in America, which means they're the first fast food place to have both American and Mexican
Oh, wow.
cuisine.
Really?
And then one guy wanted to like basically make it bigger, and the other guy was like, "No, let's stay local. Let's like do our thing." And like, "No, let's make it bigger." And like, "How about this? I'll keep Baker's, and then you can just like do your thing and whatever." And that guy started Del Taco,
Oh, snap.
and Baker's guy got boned.
I didn't know Baker's had Mexican food in it. I always thought it was
Yeah.
hamburgers.
It's not that good though.
Okay.
I looked at their nutrition facts, and
Oh,
like their
dear.
burrito is like
It's
1,800 calories. I'm
Jesus.
like, dear
This is
lord.
yeah, you eat one burrito,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah, and a
You-
side of fries and a shake. Thanks.
You need to check out Cesar's, which is just right around the corner.
Mm.
And it is Mexican Greek.
Ooh.
And it's a drive-through and it's open 24 hours.
Is it like
Is it really?
fusion, or they got Mexican and Greek?
It's
Could I get
separate.
a burrito with like the shaving lamb thing?
I mean, maybe.
What is this?
Not that I know of. That
What's
was a
the-
shaved
what's
lamb.
The gyro thing. Hero
Oh,
thing, the
okay,
shaved
okay,
little-
yeah.
The meat.
Yeah, the thing
thing.
that's always turning
Yeah.
in a
I
window.
want to call it a meatloaf. It's not a meatloaf. It's
Nope.
like a meatloaf.
But it is a
thing.
loaf of meat.
It is.
Yes.
You cut it and you put the white thing on it. A little cucumber.
tzatziki? Tzatziki?
Do you pronounce tzatziki or tzatziki?
Tatsiki.
No, it's he needs the T.
Tzatziki?
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki?
There's a spot back home. I think they closed down, but they are. I don't know if they're still on it. It was called Cowboys and Turbans. And if you're ever in
Oh
LA,
my God.
no, it's great. Indian Mexican fusion.
Really?
So you can get like
sounds really good.
masala fries. You can get like
Oh,
chicken
let me
tikka
see some-
burritos.
That does sound good.
I think they had like a samosa. You guys had samosas?
Yeah.
They're like deep fried pockets of like potatoes and curry. They're
that
good.
sounds
They're like
really
little
good.
empanadas, but they put like carne asada in them.
So,
What
I
was
feel
that
like
place
you have a favorite restaurant, or at least a chain.
Ooh. What would be my favorite restaurant? There's a place. I think there's like 4 locations. They're in LA, and it's really cute because all the restaurants are log cabins with
Oh.
fake snow on the top.
What
And
is
they're
this
called
place?
Northwoods Inn.
I've not heard of
Clearman's
Northwoods Inn.
Inn.
What is the most like emotional experience you've had at a restaurant?
Okay, there's the spot, and I got it.
Jeez. Most people don't. Or I imagine most people would take a long time to figure that one
Yeah.
out.
Well, me and my ex, I think we like had an anniversary, so we're gonna splurge, and we went to this fancy dinner,
Yeah.
and they had like a 5-course, a 7-course, or a 9-course, and basically you just like tell them like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I'm allergic to, and we're like, oh, okay, let's just do that. So they're like, well, what do you like? And we're like, I don't know. Are you allergic to anything? No. Is there anything like you really like don't want? We're like, we like everything.
Yeah.
So we're giving him nothing to like base our meal on. So he's like, okay, whatever. What are you drinking? And I had like an Oktoberfest beer. And I'm like, oh, I'm drinking this beer. He's like, what kind of beer is it? I'm like, it's the Oktoberfest one.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we're just going to base a meal off your beer.
Ooh, that's
And
cool.
it was so impressive.
What was it?
Oh, God, I think we did the 7-course. The first course was a
Jesus.
single pumpkin ravioli, like a little walnut on top and like a glaze.
Yeah.
Second course was like, I think it was like 2 scallops, but they were just, everything was really like Thanksgiving-y, earthy,
Yeah.
like just like warm and hearty and
Aw.
nice, and like emotionally very, very just like overwhelming.
Yeah.
Wow, you were like
sounds
so
wonderful.
happy you were in tears.
Yeah.
My favorite story for that was I don't know if I've told this on Chuckle Fucker. My friend was having dinner with her family, and her brother was making her laugh so hard that she had to like get up and was like gonna go like throw out her food from her mouth because it was just like she couldn't hold it anymore. So she's walking. Did I tell this one before?
I don't think I've
So
heard it.
she's as she's walking away, like running to the bathroom, she ends up like throwing it up on the floor, and then her dad yells at her. I was 16 when this happened, or when it happened for her too. And then her dad yells at her to clean it up, so she starts like scrubbing the carpet. So I just love the roller coaster of like laughing so hard, having such a good time, then throwing up,
Horrible.
and then yeah, all over the ground. And then her dad's yelling at her. She's just crying and scrubbing the floor.
It's
just
a lot of
awful.
emotions.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yours was more upsetting.
Yes. It sounds awful. Yeah, yeah.
I went and had gelato. This isn't my most emotional thing, but I'm just,
I was
I'm
like,
just
let's
thinking
hear
about
it.
it.
And you're like, yeah, but I don't know.
And so I went and got gelato with my ex-boyfriend and my roommates,
Uh-huh.
and then their friends. And so it was like a big group of us. There was like 7 of us, and we got gelato. And I was laughing, and I choked on my gelato, and it like went down the
It's
wrong
gelato.
pipe.
Oh, okay. I was like, how does that get stuck
Yeah,
anywhere?
yeah.
It melts.
It sounds like it sucks in your lungs.
Yeah,
I want
yeah, yeah.
gelato in my lungs.
And then
oh my God.
so I'm like coughing and trying to get it up, and I ended up throwing up.
Oh, no.
And it
What
was
kind of
so
gelato was it?
embarrassing.
It's important.
I think that it was something earthy. I never get the fruit flavored one, so it was
Okay, good
probably
call.
something.
I'm same
Like-
boat
like
when it
a
comes to like
nutty.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
Are
like
you
the-
done with gelato? Because I know, like, after throwing something up, sometimes you don't want that flavor for a while.
No, and I finished my gelato that day.
Oh, you just kept eating gelato?
Yeah.
You threw up?
Every bite she would throw up again, but she made sure she damn well put it away.
Gross.
Power to
I'm
you.
not wasting my $4.
Good for you. Gelato is expensive.
So we've talked about emotional things. What's your? I want to hear you guys. Let's do favorite like general food. You can be like this genre. Of
Oh,
food.
yeah. I
And
love this game.
Your favorite meal, because those are 2 very different things.
I just
They're
played this
very
game.
different Things.
I don't remember where I
It's
played
not
it
a
on.
game. It's me trying to make a connection with 2 new friends.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. You want to go first, Kendra? Because I already
No, you
have
go
mine.
first.
Mine's
Yeah.
lined up. Favorite genre
Genre, like general.
of food? Maybe Indian food.
Mm.
Flavorful. You'll never run out of like good
yeah.
stuff.
A
It's
lot of
so
variety.
good. Variety, exactly. Favorite meal. So here's the problem. Okay, so I'll say my favorite meal. It is probably going to be like a Chinese stir fry.
Okay.
One of the reasons is because it has so much shit in it. You know, like you if you want to eat baby corn now, you can eat baby corn for a little while. If you want to eat some noodle, you can eat some. You know, it's like a lots of
You want to eat
mosey
the
around.
edamame things that aren't edamame, but they're like crispy? Yeah, I want
Yes,
one of those.
exactly.
Put them
Jump
in my
around.
mouth.
I think it's a green bean. It's green bean.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable.
I'm not well versed in the things that grow.
Oh, okay. The reason, though, I don't think the meal would be Indian is because the thing is that with Indian food, it can be overwhelming if you have one thing
Yeah.
the whole time. It's kind of like Italian food for me.
You
like,
almost need to like variety it
Yeah.
up and like
need some variety.
go with like a family, so you can be like, okay, let's get like 4 things and all
Exactly.
split it.
Yes. I feel like you have an answer,
Yeah.
and
I'll
maybe
go.
you want to go
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
So my favorite genre food is sushi.
Mm.
No doubt, no question. I eat it way too much for my budget. But my favorite meal, like if I was going to have one meal and that would be my favorite meal, it would just be Thanksgiving dinner. Like anything that's
Good
at
call.
Thanksgiving dinner: turkey, baked mashed potato, or baked macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, all of the standards.
Have you guys? I've seen Jimmy John's out here in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Jimmy John's. It might be another sandwich chain, but I think Jimmy John's does a Thanksgiving sandwich. No,
Ooh, maybe.
it's cool. It's like I think it's like turkey gravy, stuffing, and like cranberry sauce, but like sandwich.
Yeah.
Duh.
Sandwich.
Duh.
Sandwich. Duh.
What's yours?
Generally, general food genre. Oh God, I love pasta and I love Italian so much, but it is a little. It's not one note, but it can be like very filling and very like oof.
Okay.
So, with that said, I'm gonna have to say just like Japanese as a
Yeah.
whole.
Okay.
Because Japanese you can get sushi, and I love
Yeah.
sushi. I love ramen. You know what I mean? A good like Japanese curry is one of the best things you can ever had because it's not like Indian
yeah.
curry. It's like it's like a.
And it's not like
gravy.
Thai either.
Yeah, it's just like a heavy, just like oh, you're gonna poop for days. Well, you'll do that anyways.
Those
So,
Japanese people.
favorite meal. Straight up, like a good piece of sourdough toast and a cup of coffee.
Oh, you're not joking about sourdough. You're all about that.
Yeah, like toast and coffee it's just perfect.
It's perfect.
Simple.
I've never had
it's
that.
great.
I've never had a
never
piece
had
of sourdough toast with coffee.
Oh, wow.
I've never had coffee actually. I've literally
Oh,
never
yeah,
had a
that's
cup
right.
of
We've
coffee.
talked about
Yeah, I
this.
don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
coffee.
It's a weird taste. I feel. Have you guys ever had Fernet?
No, what is that?
What is that?
Fernet's like a. It's like a fancy Jaeger. It's not even
Okay.
like a fancy Jaeger. It's just like a black alcohol.
Oh, Fenet Branca.
yeah,
Fenet
that's one.
Branca. Yeah, I've heard of
And
that.
it's great, and it's kind of like that. Well, I guess this is a weird comparison. My point is, it's like really horrible when you first start having it.
Yeah.
But you get that taste for it.
Okay.
And like I'm like that with Fernet. Like I love Fernet, but it's the grossest thing when you
Okay.
first try it. Coffee's the same thing. I used to hate coffee,
gotta
but then you like get a taste for it.
build
and then you
it,
just kind
yeah.
of like then you crave it.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever had Malta?
No.
No.
It's like a Puerto Rican drink.
Is it like a coffee?
I've heard of it too.
No,
thing?
it's like it's almost like a root beer, but it's like super thick. And it almost like feels like it's like coating your mouth.
Okay.
It's
Sounds like
very
a
strange.
Root beer float.
Yeah, maybe, but not because it's just, and it comes in these glass bottles, with the cap.
Is it sweet?
No, it's not sweet, and I think that it's awful. Oh, I still kind of do. But yeah, I dated a Puerto Rican for 7 years, and he would drink it and be like, "Are
You
you
get a
sure
taste
you
for
don't
it.
want any?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking gross. It's the worst thing I've ever had." And then yeah, by the end of it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take a Malta."
Mm.
I'm like that with LaCroix right now.
Yeah.
I think
Cool.
LaCroix like
yeah.
tastes really like
Everybody's
weird,
into it.
but it's like, oh, fuck, we're at a party and this is all you got. All right,
I for-
wow, this is pretty good.
I forget
Um,
that like drinks like they come in waves, like
Yeah.
the drink of the year or something. You
Yeah.
remember when Monster? Everybody drunk Monster, and then
You
Red
know-
Bull.
The Monster
Bulls
was the
and-
Red. Yeah, it was the new Red Bull.
It was the new Red Bull, and like Lacroix, I think is this year's drink.
Red Bull was the new RC Cola. I feel like
Oh,
RC
RC
Cola had a
Cola.
good like 3-month
Forgot
run.
about those. Yeah.
And that
Surge.
was Surge. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Surge is so
great.
good.
It came back.
I'm
recently-ish.
calling next year's trend in beverages.
What is it?
Are you
What
guys
is it?
ready? I'm
Yeah.
putting it out on the table. It is alcoholic like seltzer.
I can see that kind of like a pre-mixed gin and tonic almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
And
like.
they're really good. I had some out in Florida, and I heard that locally some breweries are going to start making their own. They're hoping to make them for next year. And it seems like it's like really just on the cusp of like catching on.
Do they come in cans?
They do come in cans.
I've heard of these then, yeah. And it is getting big. And actually, I heard about it in Rancho when I went out and visited
Yeah,
recently.
it was huge in
To the West
Florida.
Coast.
Everyone was talking about it in
What's
Florida.
it called?
In Florida, it's local, and it's called White Claw.
Okay, so that's not what yeah, but that's a
Such
local one.
it's a manly, like, raw
White
name.
Claw.
Yeah, well,
Can I
what's
get a
funny-
White Claw?
I was listening to this podcast, and I was going. So one of the guys that hosted the show, one of the shows that I was on out there in Orlando,
Yeah.
he has this podcast, and I was listening, and they're all talking about White Claw. And I was
What
like,
the fuck
ooh,
is-
I'm gonna have some White Claw. That must be a really good local beer. And I get out there, and
It's
I
like
finally
alcoholic
asked. I was like,
seltzer.
what is it? Yeah, and they're like, it's alcoholic seltzer. It comes in like raspberry mango. I'm like, I thought this was gonna be some kind of manly drink.
Is it super low calorie?
Yes, it's crazy.
That's
low-cal.
cool because you
Yeah.
can drink it and get a buzz, but be like, oh, I had like 4 beers. Oh no.
Yeah.
I heard like the whole like pre-bottled. So I remember like 3 or 4 years ago, bars started doing like the pre-bottled cocktails because if they're slammed, you can just be like, oh, give me like a rum and coke, and they'd have
Yeah,
like their
yeah.
own rum and coke, and be like, here you go, just like put on tap or whatever. And I remember it like being a thing, and then it like kind of faded out. But I'd never understood why that was never more popular. You know
I
what
think
mean?
I think part of it, and I could be wrong, is that people really like the experience.
Yeah, I want to see you make my drink.
Yeah.
Come on, monkey, dance.
Somebody was. I read an article recently where people were, or these large like alcoholic beverage companies were trying to make the glass bottles into plastic. Did you guys hear about this?
Ooh, no.
They were trying to switch them over to plastic. You know, when you buy like a 6-pack or something, or is that how you buy glass bottles?
They come in many varieties.
Many varieties. Anyways, apparently it ended up being a problem because you stack them like when they're like in warehouses and stuff, and they couldn't stand the weight, whereas
Oh,
glass
yeah.
could.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
So it's actually causing a problem, like in like being able to stock all of the things. So they switched back
That's
over
such a
to
weird problem.
yeah, and so they only did it for like 6 months or something. So now there's like a handful of people out there that have these like
Cool
plastic bottles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Totally related. Did you ever have
Yes.
an imaginary friend?
No. I had in lieu of imaginary friends, I had a lot of alter egos when I was a kid.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like
Alter egos.
I've always loved professional wrestling, so I had this wrestling character I called the Abominable Snowman.
yeah.
And when I was a kid, I would like draw like the Abominable Snowman logo, like
That's
AS, but in like cool letters. When I was like in like 4th grade,
Fuck yeah.
and yeah. And then I had another one. I don't think he ever had a name, but I wanted to be a superhero. Have you guys seen Mystery Men?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Great movie. It's a lot of what would you
Chris
equate
Tucker.
it to? Chris Tucker's in it. Who's Hank
it-
Azaria's in it.
It kind of like is like it's like a
Ben Stiller directed it.
yeah,
Okay.
and he's
Yeah.
in it too. I think
Yeah.
right. It's kind of like a no, you just said Mystery Man.
Kick-Ass.
League of Extraordinary
Yeah.
Gentlemen, but funny and good.
Okay.
So it's like
Yeah.
we don't like the shoveler is a superhero when he carries a shovel. Mr. Furious
Oh,
is just I'm angry.
Yeah,
That's my
I
power.
remember hearing about this movie.
Is it Chris
Yeah, yeah.
Tucker? Is that what? It's like,
think
and he was like
it's-
he's new.
No,
he's
no,
like
no, no.
naked.
Who was? It's Kel.
It's Kel. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Kel.
isn't it Kel?
Like from Keenan and Kel.
I think it's Kel.
I don't know why I thought it was Chris Tucker.
Is this racist?
Yeah,
All right.
it was Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, it was
No,
Kel, says our
Kel,
black
yeah.
producer.
Black guy says.
But I remember watching that. My favorite superhero was the Blue Raja.
Yeah.
And his superpower was he threw forks, but with like super good accuracy.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
I
cool.
wanted to do the equivalent, but with pencils.
Ooh.
So I would have pencils on me.
Ooh, I have a story. But
And
keep
then I
going.
would like, you know how you can like flick them really good? And I would like to like run around and, like flick them at like the people playing dodgeball and then wonder why I didn't have friends.
I want to expound on
elementary
that.
school is fun.
But I had this like obsession with pencils as a kid. It was this 4th grade. I remember where I was sitting, but I would sit in class and I would sharpen it under the desk. You know what I mean? Like I would like kind of turn it and sharpen it, and under the desk I would be getting rid of that graphite to make a
Shank
really
it.
nice. I was making a shank basically. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The most adorable of shanks.
Yes, exactly. And I had like Pokemon dispensers and shit. Like yeah. Anyways, so I'm making my shank, and it was from a pencil that I borrowed from this girl Morgan in elementary school, and she asked for her pencil back, and we were like in the same row, and so we both leaned back, and I went to throw the pencil back, forgetting that I had sharpened it. It literally went directly into her eyeball.
Oh, gee.
Directly into her eyeball.
That
And
was the place I didn't want it to go.
that is where it went. And then 4 years later in 8th grade, or maybe it was 7th grade, we were in middle school, and I was obsessed with, it was awful. I was obsessed with, I got my, if you guys believe in, if you guys believe in karma, I got mine back because I got my retina sliced by a piece of cardboard once from a friend that frisbeed it into my eye on accident. Anyways, the same girl, 3 to 4 years later, I got obsessed with this like stupid thing where you'd spit out your gum and you'd try to kick it while it was like in midair. You know what I mean? We make a little game out of it.
That's cool.
It was actually fun because like how far can you kick your gum? So it was like, and so I did it once after school as like kind of walking home, and it went up and it landed directly in her bun.
No.
Her hair
Did you
bun.
catch it though, or were you silent?
She caught it in her bun on accident. Like it was, it was from behind, and she didn't feel it. And then I watched her immediately get into a car. It was like as she opened a door, was getting like her mom.
Did you
was
ever tell
picking
her?
her up. Never told
Good.
her. The next day she showed up with short hair.
Oh, what?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's what happened. It's the best.
I feel like you're gonna get arrested one day.
I-
like
like,
your third
yeah.
time you run into her. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
be
Like,
yeah.
she's gonna beat my ass.
chainsawing like a tree down. She's like, I didn't. It was an accident.
Yeah, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, or like all this
Oh my
stupid
God,
shit
yes.
happens.
So,
Ah,
so I had
goodness.
my alter egos. You had your messed up way of
I'm a bad person.
destroying this
On
girl's
accident,
life.
though. Yeah.
But did you have an imaginary friend?
No, but I had a lot of stuffed animals that I talked to.
Okay.
So I guess that's kind of like that.
Imaginary.
But they didn't like talk back. I would like teach them things.
What would you teach them?
Well, I had a bear, a big giant teddy bear, and I had a violin. I played violin when I was a little kid, and so I taught him how to play the cello.
That's cool.
I made it a cello for him.
Cute.
And then I just played teacher a lot.
I like how ours, we had things that injured people or really annoyed people.
Or men.
Yours was like, no, this is
I know, it was
really
like
cute.
I did get
adorable.
in trouble for putting ice in snowballs once.
How was
Ice
that? Well, okay,
'Cause
that's
it
probably
hurt-
bad.
It hurts people.
Wait.
Well, they had it coming.
I had a lot of older cousins and brothers that I was the little one. I always got picked on, so
So if you put
You
these
still do.
thumbtacks in the snowballs,
Yeah. that was the idea.
Razor blades. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking. I was young.
I don't understand how you did it though. Like, how did you put?
So you grab like an icicle off of the roof and then make your snowball around it.
So
Oh.
that sounds like near deadly. This is
In
sharp.
Florida? Oh, no, in New York.
In New
New
York.
York. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. I want to know more about these imaginary players in your life. Did you?
Abominable Snowman and Pencil Superhero were like the two big ones.
What did you do? How would you? Would you come to school dressed up as them, or like your friends would say, "Hey, dude, abominable."
Abominable Snowman, no one,
Okay.
no one,
No one knew.
acknowledged it.
Okay.
Abominable Snowman was more just like drawings and like pictures.
Got
and, like,
it.
You know, you're in your room and you're
Yeah.
like you do an elbow drop off like your bed or something. You're like, I'm the Abominable Snowman. And then the pencil thing, I remember like stealing a lot of pencils and pens and being
Okay.
like, ooh, I have these loaded up. So if anything bad happens, I can throw pencils or pens at the assailant, and that'll show them. Oh, I'm 10.
That's awesome.
Yeah, did I have any something? So someone recently posted, I think it was today, like it was on Facebook. It was like post your original like AIM screen name,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
and I didn't remember mine until I remember it was Rockzilla Rick.
That's awesome.
Rick,
Rockzilla Rick?
spelled with a Y,
Of
because I'm
course.
like, I want my own identity. I don't want to be Eric. I want to choose who I am. I want to be
Rick.
Rick. Yeah, I'm Rockzilla. That's cool. And I remember trying to make that a thing, like freshman year, because this was like 8th grade when I like
Yeah.
got my screen name, and so I would introduce myself as Rick to a lot of people, and then eventually I'm like, fuck this, I'm Eric.
Yeah.
But people all like run into old friends from like high school or something, or will like somehow like start talking again, and they'll like refer to me as like Rick. And I'm like, oh, I knew you at a very specific period in my life.
Not-
Like, there
not-
was a
not
3-month
Rockzilla.
window that this was happening, and you were a part of that experience.
you could bring it back. You know how to do it? Change your Facebook name.
to Rockzilla Rick.
Rockzilla
Rockzilla
Rick.
Rick.
And my Zanga name was X_awesomeness_X.
That's
great.
awesome.
Yeah, I
My-
had the Crow soundtrack is like my theme song.
Mine was Kendrosum. One word.
That's good.
X.
Can you
And my first-
Quadrasmics.
My first AOL name was Velvet Cherries.
That's how old were you? Like what? 10?
Probably 8th grade, yeah.
What is that? Like 13?
Maybe like 11 or 12.
Okay.
No, yeah, I was younger
It's
than everyone.
appropriate.
Eighth
Yeah.
grade.
That's it, like a very junior high. Like I'm witty.
Yeah, Velvet Cherries. I don't know.
What was your old screen name?
I was kind of like obsessed with like AIM,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had like 5, and I would alternate between them. I don't know why I was making my life so
So
awful.
you could just go into chat rooms and ASL shit up? Or what?
Exactly.
Oh
Yes,
God,
yes,
you're such a
exactly.
creep.
Oh, I still
Says
do
the
it.
guy who's
horrible.
gone on 2 Tinder dates in the
Yeah,
last
I'm
24 hours.
I don't want to go to Meow Wolf alone. I feel like
No, that's totally
very
fair.
sad going
Yeah, yeah,
alone. This is fun. This is fun. Oh, hello, lady. You're here.
It was Ultimate Omega.
Okay.
Was one of them. Maximum Extreme was another one,
Mm.
and then the other ones were a mixture of all those words, like maximum.
Omega Extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
maximum Omega Extreme.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Are there? There's 4 combinations. 4 times 4, 16. You could've done
Is that how it works?
Is it- well, no, 2
I took
times 2.
statistics.
Hey guys, so I remember Keaton and Kel. That's horrible. Watch Mystery Men. It's great.
I will.
That's
I
fun.
will.
You know what I just watched? It's a great movie. The Prestige.
God, I
Prestige is
love The
great.
Prestige.
The Prestige
and
is
I thought
great.
it was
Yeah,
so
it's a
much
wonderful
better
movie.
than the other movie that came out at the
Illusionist.
same time.
Yeah.
I liked it way better than the
When I
other
was
Yeah,
younger,
yeah.
I saw The Illusionist and never saw Prestige. And Prestige just got on Netflix, so I watched
Yeah.
The Prestige. It's a wonderful film.
So
It is a
good.
wonderful
That's
film.
the Hugh Jackman one, right?
Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
Christian Bale,
and,
yes.
Oh,
Who's the girl?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Uh,
There's a love
yeah,
interest,
what's
right?
her
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Oh,
Same.
I thought
Sorry.
your English Michael Caine was the girl's name. I was like, who's
No.
Mikkel Caine? Like, how,
I don't
what's her
remember
name?
what
It wasn't
lady's in
her.
that movie.
She.
Oh,
is,
it's Rachel Weisz, isn't it?
It's not Rachel Weisz. It is. She's been in a million other things.
Chris Tucker.
It's Chris Tucker.
Orion, can you
yeah,
Chris
confirm?
Keenan.
We got it.
What's her name? Oh, it's gonna really bother me.
All right, well,
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna Google
a popular female actress, and I think, yeah, was one of the Mean Girls in it too? I think one of the Mean Girls. Was
Barbara
in it.
Streisand.
She was definitely one of the Mean Girls.
Why do I feel like God is about to tell us
Yeah.
who it was?
Who is it?
I was gonna look it up.
Oh. It's too late.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett
Oh,
Johansson.
of
Scarlett
course,
Jo.
of course,
There you go.
yeah.
A young Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
10 years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, and she's still killing it.
Oh, I looked up The Illusionist. Why did I do that?
We were just talking about it.
Edward Norton was so good in The Prestige when he
Yeah.
disappeared and then went to a Nazi camp. Remember that? That was a
God.
Oh, I
great
don't
movie.
remember that.
American history.
What else have you been
Yes.
watching? What are you into right now? You're like reading books? Are you watching television? You watching film? You doing Game of Thrones? What are you doing?
So I'm in grad school right now.
Oh, for
I'm
what?
doing a comedy MFA, so a comedy theory MFA.
What?
So I've been
Where?
reading. It's at Goddard College. It's a great program.
Did you hear
10 out of
this?
10.
Yeah, I heard it.
God, that's so
I pay
cool.
attention even when I look like
it's an amazing place. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. But they have a MFA in interdisciplinary arts, and the track I'm basically formulating is comedy, and it's great.
Okay.
But I'm reading a lot more comedy books. I'm not a big reader, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
But I'm reading a lot of Jimmy Carr.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know Jimmy Carr.
No.
He's a UK comic, super funny.
Okay.
And he writes these just amazing books on just it's really great because it's not just what makes things funny,
Yeah.
but what has made things funny throughout time. He's
Okay.
almost a comedy historian.
Got it. And does he do stand up?
He does.
Okay.
Very one-liner based.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Right.
So yeah, I've been reading a lot like Jimmy Carr. He has a book right now called The Naked Jape that I'm really hard into.
Okay.
As far as TV, I think I'm like on my 5th rewatch of Arrested Development.
Yeah.
God
It's
damn,
just
it's so
easy.
it's the best writing.
It's great.
Yeah. Mitch Hurwitz.
Yeah, I just got into Westworld,
Mm.
but Westworld I stopped watching to get Wet Hot American Summer.
Okay.
So I just finished
Season
watching
2?
Yeah, new Wet Hot American
Got it.
Summer. So I'm gonna jump back into Westworld.
Okay. I heard the new season's good. I haven't watched it yet.
It's great. It's very the thing that I like about it is they know their audience and
Yeah.
they know everyone watching it is just like a smarky comedy nerd.
Yeah.
So like there's one scene and it was beautiful. It was like 3 of them sitting on like a patio or something. And it's like oh Becky, so I heard you like had some major problems with Jeff last night. Yeah, we were talking and then he ran away. But enough of that. Let's move on to your storyline. Like it's very
Super meta.
very tongue in cheek,
Yeah.
very like aware, and I think it's beautiful. Like
is it-
everything Stella puts out is incredible.
Bradley Cooper was in it.
He wasn't in it. He was replaced by Adam
Scott.
Is it Adam Scott? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Parks and
Parks
Rec.
and Rec,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I hear it's like they're like they'll show old pictures like Adam Scott replaced his character. It's the same person. I heard that like it gets to a point where like they're showing old pictures of that character and it's just
That's
all
funny.
Bradley Cooper pictures.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
The whole bit of that is
Yeah.
like, do you think people are going to recognize me at the reunion? I did get that nose surgery.
Oh right.
But he's like, like a foot shorter, like, 50
Yeah.
pounds skinnier, like not the same person.
My
No,
friend
not
thought it was
at all.
because Bradley Cooper got so big, and I was like, "What about Amy Poehler though? Like, she's She's enormous.
I think
I don't know if that's the
and
reason.
I don't know what they're going through, but it could be like maybe he's on another movie and he just
Right.
can't get the
Yeah.
time off.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it could also just be, you know, like
Sniper 2: The Return of America.
like Amy Poehler. I feel like if we're using her an example, I feel was like very. She's kind of like an every woman when it comes to comedy, or like
Yeah,
an every
yeah.
person, because she's like very much like a comedy person, and like you know,
Well, and she's gonna do passion projects.
exactly because she can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper, I think, like is amazing at what he does, and
Yeah.
he's brilliant. But I don't know if he's like a comedy guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's just like an
no.
actor who's like good at what he does. But she's
Yeah.
like, no, like we're doing this cool comedy.
She's
thing.
kind of a comedy exclusive too.
And I
Yeah.
feel like Adam Scott is a comedy guy.
He
Yeah.
is.
I really, yeah.
see
I
you see the trailer
did
for
you
his new
watch
movie?
Party Down?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
just gonna bring that up. Party Down is
I
one of my
love Party Down, mine
favorite
too.
shows. Have
Yeah.
you seen it?
I have not.
You
Didn't
have
it only
to.
go through like 1 or 2
Two
seasons?
Yeah.
On Stars.
Stars, yeah, I think
I wanted
so.
to watch it.
I watched
The
it a
premise
long time ago.
It's so good because essentially they are a catering company,
Okay.
Yeah.
but every episode is another event.
Okay.
So like one episode
That's
they'll be
good.
at like, you know, a fancy cocktail party. The next one they're doing like a summer camp. The
Okay.
next one they're doing a funeral.
What
The
a
next
smart
one, they're doing,
idea.
Like, a circus.
And they're all like
It's
aspiring
beautiful.
actors and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Working
Lizzie
at the catering
Kaplan is in
company.
it. She's
Okay.
like a comedian.
Oh gosh, she's so amazing.
I have the biggest crush on Kaplan because I watch
She's
Masters
so
of
good.
Sex, and she's very sexy in that show.
She's dating Matthew Perry, right?
Is she really?
I think
I
they're,
didn't
like,
know
together.
that. I kept
I don't-
jokingly saying that the leader of the White Walkers, I forget his name, but he's Matthew Perry. It's played by Matthew Perry because you would never know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who those people are.
Yeah.
Who's playing those guys?
I was a big Chandler fan. Chandler was always my favorite. So I'm like, Chandler
Yeah, you're all stoked
and
about
Lizzie
it.
Kaplan. What a couple.
That is the
Oh,
I mean,
what a
that's
couple.
crazy. And he's doing better now, right? He had like a big drug problem for a while.
He looked funky. Like I remember there were like tabloidy pictures of him looking all like puffy and stuff. And it's like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
But this is Chandler. You okay? You okay, bro?
Yeah, you did rehab.
You
and
do
all
you.
That, I
but
think.
just, are you
My favorite
fine?
was always Ross because he was
Ross
funny.
is
You
good.
would.
Ross is like
Yeah.
he makes me tense.
Does he?
Yeah, he
He
makes
makes me
me
very
tense
tense.
too.
He's so
He's
funny.
like so what? No.
He's so funny.
Ah.
What's weird is I think the person who would make you more tense is Monica, and I like Monica over Ross. For me, it's Chandler, Monica,
Ooh.
Phoebe. I don't know if she's high up on the list or way down up on the list.
Yeah.
She
Down.
fluctuates.
So here's why down.
But she's
as far as
Phoebe.
plot, it's pretty much nothing.
Yeah, there's no depth.
Yeah, but she is
a fun thing,
she is the monkey wrench. She's like gonna fucking
Yeah.
make it weird, and that's what was cool is that they decided to go there
Yeah.
because not a lot of shows I think will like go to that. Parks and Rec did it with what's her name?
Jerry?
No.
Oh, with April?
April, who was like really weird and dark, you know, and
Yeah,
it like
yeah,
threw
yeah.
a wrench into the rest
see
of
what you're saying.
everything. Yeah.
So I guess it'd be Chandler, Monica, Gunther, and then the rest of the cast.
He didn't make
Gunther's
you
a solid
uncomfortable?
3.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, man, Gunther. Man, I felt for Gunther. Gunther was. Man, he speaks to your soul sometimes.
All right. Guys, I'm cutting this shit.
We really did an hour?
Yeah.
Holy shit. God damn it, that was quick.
If you're in Albuquerque and watching, you need to go to Greg's Comedy Basement tonight at
Yeah.
10:30.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 10 or 10:30.
I think it might be 9 o'clock. Is it earlier? I think it's 9.
I thought it was 10.
It's usually 10.
Okay, yeah.
It's usually doors at
You
10.
I'm
should
not
be there
from
at
here.
10.
I don't know.
Look that up. Check out Erik Escobar.
Eric
What
Escobar.
are your like handles?
So for Twitter and Instagram, I'm the same thing. It's Erik Escobar, ErikEscobar. My YouTube account, is that a thing? It's the Erik Escobar. Facebook. No, don't add me on there. That's fine. My Zanga is X Awesomeness X. My live journal is the Erik Esco blog.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Did
great.
you have a dead journal?
I didn't have a dead journal. I had a Vampire Freaks account.
Ooh.
Remember Vampire Freaks? It
Guys,
was
I have
goth
no clue.
MySpace. Don't look it up. I think it's turned into a
Goth
very
MySpace.
bad place of the internet now.
Okay.
Very bad. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for
thank you.
watching.
Thanks for having me.
Check in next time.
Bye.
Woo!